Hello, Patriots, and welcome back to the Patriot Dad channel. You can see here that we're going with a little bit different format. Let me know what you guys think. But you can see below, we've got different ways that you can get a hold of me, both on X and in Discord. You can also check out our merch store, and you can email me any clip recommendations if you don't want to leave them in a comment. So let's get right to this clip. It is Pearl, and who's watching your kids after a divorce? Now, I haven't seen this one yet, but I have a feeling they're going to be talking about step-parents. And step-parents are usually not a good alternative, guys, but when you get a divorce, you can't control what your ex does in their home. Keep that in mind.
Welcome to another episode of Pearl Daily, and
Hi,
welcome
Pearl.
to the Audacity Network. If you guys want to go support my work, please go to the audacitynetwork.com. Welcome to another episode of Pearl Daily, and welcome to the Audacity Network. If you guys want to go support my work, please go to the audacitynetwork.com. That's the audacitynetwork.com. So the first story today that I saw, I was scrolling through my TikTok and
This is the second video I've noticed that her earpiece is not in her ear. I don't know why that bothers my OCD, but just something I thought I'd point out.
I came across this video of an influencer named Kat Stickler. So Kat Stickler originally had a a TikTok account with her husband at the time. Now, as you guys know, public relationships have a tendency to go down in flames. So,
Gentlemen, if you're going to build something on your own. We saw those with Bitwit Kyle. We've seen this with other creators. Create your own thing. If they want to help you, they can, but keep it off camera. Keep your kids off camera. Keep relationships off camera, guys. It's a complication that you don't want.
the couple quickly divorced, and after the divorce, she made it her own account. Anyways, the woman, she starts dating this new guy, and she's in a relationship with him for a year or two. And
if I had to guess, she was seeing that guy at least partially through social media and DMs before they got divorced.
when they broke up, it was actually amazing to me. I saw this TikTok, her talking about basically rationalizing why it's okay to have random men go in and out of her daughter's lives. So a lot of times,
Oh, and they have a daughter too. This is not okay. Women are creating the next generation that's going to do the exact same thing they did, which is break homes and be miserable.
you guys don't believe me, or people think I'm over exaggerating when I say there's many mothers that do not care about their children. They are too selfish to have children. And this right here is certainly one of them, because I cannot believe she uploaded this on the internet. I literally am baffled. Let me go.
Let's have a chat about it, because I think it's important. I think it needs to be discussed.
Again, why is it always in the car? Does somebody have an answer for that? Could you leave me a comment and tell me why unhinged women want to film themselves in their car? It's very strange.
Did my former boyfriend spend time with my daughter? Yes. Has my daughter met my male friends? Yes. Has my daughter met the husbands of my girlfriends? Also yes. 3 things. She's always with me when these males are introduced in her life, and they are always introduced as mommy's friends. She doesn't call anyone dad. She has a dad. That is never a point of confusion for her. And I promise you guys, she is okay. And also, let's be real, internet dating timeline is very different from real life dating timeline. I was in a relationship where we were heading down a serious route until we weren't, and that's okay. I just hope that MK knows I am looking to find the right partner for the both of us, because we are a package deal. And I know I don't always make the right decisions, but I learn from my mistakes. And
Have you learned from your mistake? Because you're divorced and you have a bunch of boyfriends that are no longer your boyfriend, and you're taking them in and out of your daughter's life. I don't think you've learned a damn thing.
every decision that I do make, it's because it's what I think is best for my daughter and I. Also, I'm 29 years old.
You can remove daughter from that statement, by the way. She's doing what she thinks is best for her.
I know. First thing you guys are going to say, Kat, how in the heck are you 29? You youthful angel. That's not what this is about. Also, no one's ever said that, but I
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that either.
know some people think that. A big part for someone who dates me is that they have to come into my world, and I know that's not easy. And I
No, we don't. That's probably why you're single.
can't leave Florida. I can't. If someone comes to visit me, I can't just shove MK in the cupboard. Doesn't matter what you guys say. It's just not right. Imagine if we all lived.
Okay. So she's saying, well, I can't date. I don't get to, how else, what will I do with my daughter? I mean, if someone comes to visit me, I can't get rid of her. Never did it cross her mind that it's maybe more important to raise her daughter than to date.
This is the reason that I'm not dating, because my 2 kids are far more important and they don't need that complication in their life. I've been separated from their mother now for 2 years, not dating. My kids are my priority. I've had them full time for 13 months now. They are my priority and they'll continue to be so.
You want to be a single mom, fine. Life is about choices and trade-offs. But, you know, this is how a lot of children end up getting abused or put in situations because the mother has these random men going in and out of her daughter's life. On top of that, she's saying, well, I have male friends that come in and out of her life too. Well, is that wise? Is that a smart thing to do? It just takes one weirdo, one wrong person to bring around your kid to be in a situation that we don't like, right?
And the chance that this woman is going to bring a low quality person into their kid's life is pretty high because the way she's acting, she is also a low quality person. And you tend to attract or become the people you spend the most time around. So a low quality person is going to have low quality friends. Low quality friends are a much higher risk to do something untoward with that child. This woman is putting her daughter at extreme risk for selfish reasons.
Listened to the judgments that other people had about our lives and based our life decisions on those judgments. I never
See, now she's saying, well, I can't make a decision off of the judgments you people have about my life. Ma'am, what about the daughter, the kid,
Yes, she seems to care more about what the internet thinks than what's best for the child. It's a damn shame.
child? I don't know. Is it maybe more important to make decisions for her instead of you? No? TikTok? Okay. Have fun.
want to live in fear of not doing what's right for me because of what other people are going to think. And I do
Pearl might be getting to this, but she just said, for me. Me. You see this with divorced women a lot. I'm not saying all, but it is definitely a trend. Me. They resent you and they leave you because of me. Men, do your best to avoid these types of women. We need to do better at vetting the people in our lives. I obviously failed at that. But you know what? I also had no self-respect at the time. That has since changed. I've been working very hard to make sure that my children have the best opportunity they have and that I can be the highest quality person that I can be for them and for myself.
No, not what other people are going to think. Let's try this again. The daughter, the safety of the daughter. Yes.
understand the majority of you guys are looking out for us, and I love that. Just be patient with me because this is a lot. I know my child. I know that every single decision I make is with her best interest at the forefront of my mind, and I can live with that.
I don't believe you. Not even a little bit.
Okay, so let me get this straight. She starts the video by saying, well, I never introduce these random men that come in and out of her life as boyfriends. I just say they're friends. And then she ends the video by saying, but every decision I make, I think of my daughter. Does your daughter think, I really am hoping to just have all these random guys, male friends, stepdaddies?
That is setting that daughter up for failure. It's not a good example for our children to do this to them.
In and out of my mom's life in the place that I call home.
That's all.
So if you look at the comments on this, it's got 161,000 views, right? And most of the comments on TikTok, because that's more of a female app, were supportive. But on YouTube, we had Private Eye Russ, who called into the show. We had him on the show the other day that gave his experience working on a case years ago that had to do with a mother that behaved like this. He said, I had the misfortune of working on a case years ago at an apartment complex where a single mom was befriended by a maintenance worker. The maintenance worker began babysitting for the single mom and almost immediately was assaulting her children. This is a common tactic amongst predators. If they can befriend the parent, they can have access to the child. In this case, I worked on this mom let the man babysit so she could go hang out with her friends and do fun stuff. In the meantime, her kids were being assaulted and bribed into silence with video games and toys. Ugly.
Oh, those kinds of stories are awful. But that selfish mentality of I need to go be with my friends and do fun things. It's okay. I found somebody responsible to watch my kids, right? No, absolutely not. No, this is just, I'm so glad that right now I have full custody of my kids because I do not trust my ex-wife to not be exactly like this. So I will continue to fight tooth and nail in the courts to make sure that I maintain custody until she can demonstrate that she is in a better place. Because right now, she has demonstrated the opposite, and I will make sure that my kids have the best opportunity that they can within the law.
Situations. When we look at this individual's previous crimes involving children, he had the same motors.
That's modus operandi, MO. If you ever hear someone say their MO, it's modus operandi.
He would target single mothers, offer to babysit so that the moms could go have a social life. And I really do see this trend. This is why, people were freaking out when Michaela Peterson was posting on Instagram looking for a babysitter. And, to be honest, guys, when I babysat when I was younger, when I was in college, it was super common for them to get young women from the college to watch their kids. And it would actually blow my mind how these parents would just give me their children in their house unsupervised. And nothing happened, right? But it would blow my mind how they would just give their kid to frickin' anybody because you don't know what people will do. So Reclaim said they don't care about the risk of abuse increases from 37% to 43% when a non-familial male is introduced into the household.
Wow. 37 to 43% increase for risk of abuse. Knowing stats like that, I don't know how anybody does it.
As long as they can get their back blown out, it will defend the right to keep introducing random men to their children. The likelihood of abuse from a non-familial male being introduced into a single mother household can depend on many factors, including the individual's character, the mother's ability to vet the person, and the dynamics of the household. While many men can form healthy, supportive relationships with single mothers and their children, research has shown that children in homes with unrelated adults, particularly unrelated men, may be at higher risk for abuse or neglect. So this begs the question.
I mean, let's just be honest. That makes sense, right? Non-familial males have no genetic attachment. They have very little in the ways of societal stigmas, other than obviously assaulting children is extremely wrong and deserves a wood chipper. These predatory men don't care, right? Like this person did in this story, they're targeting women who just want to go out and have fun. The selfishness of modern women seems to know no bounds. And then people start to wonder why men are less interested in dating nowadays. After my 2 divorces, I'm just focused on creating the best life for my children that I can. Everything else isn't even second. It's a distant, like third or fourth. Seems like the right way to do it.
If this woman introduces a man that abuses the child, is she responsible?
Yes.
I would say yes. I see a comment from Phoenix Light Games on the website. Since she said that men come in and out of her life, she's indirectly showing her daughter that men are a dime a dozen and expendable. She's not teaching her daughter the value of having a man around. I'll parent. Exactly.
I completely agree with that website comment.
And I would say that if something happens to her daughter, she is responsible.
Yes.
And to be honest, I sometimes think they should be pursued to the fullest extent of the law because you cannot be this reckless with a child. The child is innocent. I can't believe she posted this on the internet. If I was the dad, I would take this video and go straight to court.
Yes, I absolutely would do that. Any documentation, especially online, because women just have this addiction to social media that they cannot kick. They will post anything online. And if you're a dad and you're going through a custody fight, absolutely use anything that they post on social media against them. They are putting it out there in the public and they are demonstrating very poor decision making. Yes, that absolutely applies to how they would raise your child. And yes, you should absolutely bring it up in court and fight as hard as you can to make sure that the access to that child is limited to the fullest extent you can. You may not be able to get full custody like I have right now, and I may not even be able to keep it. Right now, this arrangement is temporary, been temporary for 13 months, but we still have court dates. And there's no predicting what the court's going to do. The most important thing for a man to do is bring evidence and stay calm. Emotional control is so important because the court will be very biased against you no matter what. And the court will absolutely hold any poor behavior from a man against him when it comes to family law. And women will continue to get chance after chance after chance, as has been demonstrated in my case. And when it is finalized, I will discuss it more. But until then, it's just not smart to. But absolutely any video like this, if it's involved in your custody fight, bring it to court. Absolutely submit it as evidence.
I would take this video, go to the judge and say, look at how irresponsible the mother of my child is. And this is the thing, women have this pretty privilege. So she's a pretty woman. She's obviously in shape. So the world treats her in a way that's better than a man. There's no way that a man could get away with this. No way. If a man came online and said that he is letting random women come in and out of his daughter's life, the internet would be in an uproar. But if a pretty woman does it, it's fine.
No, I don't always make the right decision, but I learn from my mistakes. And every decision that I do make, it's because it's what I think is best for my daughter and I.
Okay, so this is not a get out of jail free card. It's not. I make the best decision that I can for my daughter. Men don't get a get out of jail free card. If they make a decision that negatively impacts the child. So imagine if a man comes in and says, and lets an abusive woman towards the child, who is responsible? Does he get a get out of jail free card because he was trying to make the right decision? No. And this is what I say. There's so many of us that are in this perpetual state of adolescence because she genuinely thinks this is normal. Anyways, guys.
So that's the end of that video, but she is absolutely correct. Men are held to a different standard than women in family court. You need to be aware of that. You need to maintain your calm. You need to be patient with the process. My divorce took 365 days. My custody battle is at 18 months and going. It is a long process. It is a process you need to be patient with and be smart. Don't do anything dumb. Collect as much evidence as you can and present it in a calm and logical manner. No emotional outbursts in court. No emotional outbursts in public. No text messages. No voicemails. Be smart when you're in the middle of a custody battle and carry that same mentality forward for the rest of your life, because there's nothing to prevent her from dragging you back into court if you lose your cool, commit a crime, get emotional, or do anything else like that. Just don't do it, gentlemen. It's not worth it. Thank you to those of you that made it to the end of the video. I appreciate your support. You can check out the links down here below and in the comments. You can take advantage of our offers. You can also use our promo code when purchasing coffee from Coffee Brand Coffee. If you want to support the channel for free, you can like the video, leave a comment on the video. You can subscribe to the channel and share this video with friends and family. If you have a recommendation, please either leave it in the comments down below or send it to the email address listed on the video. I look forward to interacting with you guys on X and on Discord. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week and God bless. Go ahead and check out one of the links on the screen now to either subscribe to the channel and see the rest of the videos of the channel, or one of the carefully selected videos that you may wish to see that YouTube has used its algorithm to select for you.